gotta say, it is nice to hear it play from my browser for once. I love that music. I love the fact and if we were to do a 24-hour music stream, which by the way is something that we are discussing, because they tend to do better than the comedy stuff that we're doing, but
yeah,
it's getting better. One of the things I was thinking of for our 24-hour live stream that we've got going on this channel, at least, because on the animation it would be a music stream. For the record, on the animation one, it would be music, and then you would have our animations, and then go back to music. That's how it would be on the animation channel. Until we had enough that we could do 2 separate streams like that. But we want to create music. We have an idea for the animation style, which is, we'd have Levi's office animated, and it would be like really nice animation. We would have Napa, and we'd have Chris's office, and it would rotate between those. And as money was generated, we would update those animations. Like, oh, she's not here right now. We'd have Schrodinger's cat, and it would change periodically. The cat would change. Napa's office would probably have a mimic or two. John's office having Darth Jar Jar or Deadpool in the background change. Just the little nice things. By the way, hey, it's Levi with Member Solutions on over here in Villain Support. Of course, we have Chris, aka John. How y'all doing? I hope you all are having a great time. I got distracted by the fact the music actually was playing. 24 hours, Levi. You guys don't like being able to hear. I don't need to increase the disability community. I may be part of it. I don't want to be the reason why more people get added because you guys wanted me to sing. Is that a reference to Spaceballs on your shirt? Yes, and there's new merch that will be dropping in that regard too. Rusty on
yeah. So this was a shirt I made 2 years ago and never released. I made it for myself. I didn't like the design, and I never revisited it. And I just redid the design today.
And I like it because it looks like a spoof on the whole good quote.
Yeah.
And I love the way it looks because it very much spoofs that. So, by the way, if you guys have Prime, if you have Twitch, you can connect them and you can support us without it costing you a dime. I'm getting better and better at saying that. So remember to pop on over to Twitch. Now, there is one thing I will say. You can't just lurk in there anymore. Twitch updated some stuff, and so you have to send a message periodically in Twitch. Otherwise, it'll think you're a bot and not count the views or even ban you automatically. And that's not us doing it. That is Twitch deciding that, oh, that must be a bot. Let's ban it. And it's like, oh, that's great. That's I get the reason why Twitch is doing that. 100%. I understand it, especially when it found out that several big Twitch streamers were gaming the system with bots and mods and stuff like that. And it's like, and I'm not going to name names. But it's one of those things where I understand why I decided to do that, because we don't need to be paying people to be gaming the system, because then it takes away from people who are actually trying to engage with their audience.
That could also be a really fun shirt.
But today we're going to do a couple things. Chris is reworking his Fantastic Four skit. He so there's a joke, and a bunch of people made it right away, because every time there's a big Marvel movie out, they do a deal with Fortnite for a bunch of skins. And everyone's like, there's no way they're going to name it for Fantastic Four skins. There's no way. And they did. They did. They called them Fantastic Four skins. And everyone's like, are you fucking kidding? We were joking for like a week straight. Everyone was joking about it.
Fantastic
and then they actually called it that. And I'm just like, oh my. Everyone's just like,
oh my God.
We went with it.
That takes bedazzling to a whole new level.
That takes the whole They do not see it at all.
No.
No, they don't. And we were discussing.
What about Fantastic Fortnite?
Oh, fantastic Fortnite skins? Still better than
Fantastic.
They are so disconnected in Hollywood from reality that you're starting to see it in like everyday jobs, quote unquote, that they display. And my kiddo we're watching NCIS, right? And so this is a while ago, and they got a call center, one of the 1-800 call center things. And my kiddo asked, is that a real thing where they wouldn't let you stop? And it was like,
yeah,
it like back then
it
could have been
Dark Fire Cat. So on the booth that I was in was stuffed over in the secondary vendor hall in the Marriott Hotel, which they did not advertise very well. They promised the vendors apparently that it would be well advertised with signs throughout and notifications and stuff. There was almost no signage at all. Almost everyone who found us in there was like, I didn't know there was a vendor hall here until I noticed it when I was over here for the cosplay stuff. I tried posting some messages about it, but it was really it was kind of frustrating. But yeah, sorry you couldn't find me. I apologize. It sucks.
And I've got a question for everyone that's currently here. When we go live like this, we can, in all honesty, pause the 24-hour stream. And I want to do that when I'm live randomly, mind you, and I want to do it during the breakfast live because, like, I don't have the ability to set that up, come up and down, and try to manage that. That's not something I want to do until I get a laptop to manage my stream. Which the more we do these breakfast streams, the more I want a laptop just to manage them when I'm upstairs, because it just makes fucking sense. And I'm like, I'm not there yet, but I'm starting to get there. I'm like, God, that's annoying. But yeah, do you guys think we should pause a 24-hour live stream when we're live like this? Or do we just keep it going? Just let it sit and go from there. But we're going to be redoing the Predator versus Naruto, which I think I'm going to pass on over to Chris to do. Because, like, the idea is solid, and he would probably be able to... The problem is that at this point, it is known with Levi's character that he's going to call out the Predator stupid shit in a variety of ways. And I still like the idea of me calling out, why do you keep fighting gods? That's a really good line. Like, calling them gods, why do you keep fighting gods, is a really good call out. But as Chris pointed out, there's a point in it where I'm bashing them, and then it takes too long because I got off topic. I had to swip back at the topic. If I cut that out and I'm just going like, how do I figure out that they're fighting Naruto? You're fighting clones, okay? Well, it takes a while to figure out that you're fighting clones to begin with. Might need to cut that back. So there's a point where you go, and this is going to sound bad, but how stupid do you want to think your audience is what you're doing? And how far do you want to drag that out? I don't think our audience is stupid, but if you cut the figuring out that they're clones and not puppets or shadows or whatever, because of the different varieties in anime of quote unquote clones that disappear when you hit them, is not small. And that would be a thing trying to figure out, great, it's clones. Are they being controlled, or who's controlling, blah blah blah. And then you have to find out more stuff. And there's a thing where you don't want to drag it out too much. And with the way that we've been handling things, we say what the name is, even if in the video itself we don't put the name up there all the time. Like the Predator versus Saitama remake, Chris had the guessing game that we've done periodically in our videos, and we used to do that a lot until we realized that we got more views from just straight up saying what it was most of the time. But when you go to remake a skit like that, you're remaking it with it in mind that this is how the original skit was. And it shows still to this day, a lot of the new people who commented on it and everything, that formula still works very well. So, Derek, as much as we want to do more Dresden content, as much as I want to get back into the Constantine and Dresden storyline,
We've got a pause on that right now. I can't say why. Levi can't say why. Because nothing is.
I would like to point out that Chris knows how infuriating it is for me.
We're not even going to mention it again, Levi.
No,
on
we're
a
not.
live stream.
It's because we got to comment on it.
No. But what you were going towards? We're not. We can't explain why.
No. I was meaning like why I can't. Why I'm frustrated is that I can't continue the Constantine skit.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were going into what we had been talking about.
No. I'm frustrated that I can't continue the Constantine because we need to have the other characters.
Yeah.
We can't talk about those characters.
There will be more Dresden stuff eventually.
Yes. And we'll get back to the Constantine stuff as soon as we can have Dresden be in it, because at this point in the storyline, we need to have Dresden, and currently we can't talk about that.
Yep. Well, we can say his name and stuff, but
yeah.
Anyway, new topic.
Switch things. Switch gears.
Yep.
Naruto. And see, that's the thing I could do. But I could take the Naruto side. But if I'm going to take the Naruto side, I want to know what Chris would do if he was handling the... It's not as fun for the audience if one of us handles both sides. We've seen that. People very much like it when John handles villain and Levi handles hero, or the in-between, and John handles the other. Like they like the two dual aspects of the call. Part of it is because then people start going, isn't this an issue that it's from the same company? That's like, no, you'd be surprised how often this happens in real life too. Like the amount of companies that own other small companies that are directly against it and whatever is just so ridiculous, because capitalism. So we did the One Punch Predator. Anything with the Borg is great. I would love to say that is true, but statistically speaking, Star Trek has not had, and the Borg in particular, has not always been a great selling point on videos. Like, for whatever reason, the Predators have universally across all the socials done really well. For Star Trek, it's been mostly on TikTok that did really well. It did okay on YouTube, and on Facebook, it was always a coin flip. Did you notice that, Chris?
What?
On Facebook, talking about doing Star Trek content has always been like a coin flip. Like, even if the video is good. And a good example of this is the Shrooms of Doom video that Chris and I worked on, and that I like. I like how Chris's stuff. And I rewatched that video because, like, technically, if you look at the view count and everything, that video bombed. It didn't, but it also didn't do well enough to justify continuing trying to do those videos at the moment, at least on the main channel. But what somebody said was completely valid. There is enough content in zombie lore and apocalypse and dystopian stuff that you can do an entire call center thing of just that. The problem I think that happens is that those type of videos, that type of content is not necessarily in the niche stuff. Like, it's sci-fi, but it's not. It's like a divergent from what we normally do. And so it's not getting pushed. Like, the people who have seen it, the people who have commented, the stats say that the retention's decent. And there's people who want more. But the Shrooms of Doom just did not do that well. Looking at the analytics, holy retention rate. Holy fuck. We start out as a 96, and all the way to the 30-second marker, we have 80. It ends on a 73 for the 3-minute and 18 skit. We have a 70% retention rate with almost 4,000 views on the 3-minute skit. That's not bad, but it's also not great. On the short, we have 159. I didn't even know that was a thing. 159% retention rate. And again, 70% at the 30-second mark with a 60% at the 1 minute 44. That's not bad. You have 14,000 views, double, almost triple the views on a short. But realistically, that short should have been much. Yeah. No, Jim, you're sorry, brain is in overdrive. Mine is. I'm awake. That's. I've been managing to get sleep again, which has dramatically helped me be able to just like do a bunch of things. But also, a week and a half to 2 weeks of almost no sleep and slowly not getting anything around the house done, except the bare minimum, as well as like here doing stuff here, doing the bare minimum, means that I'm so behind on a lot of different things that like. There's a lot of stuff to take care of, and the kids are going back to school. You're dealing with kids going back to school too, huh?
Monday, a week from tomorrow, is day one, which is insane to me. Going back in early August, whereas I started every year after Labor Day, and we also were done in like early June.
Yeah, it's so weird. No, same thing. My kids are back on like Wednesday, Thursday of next week.
Yeah.
And I don't like, I've got doctor's bills, I got a high electric bill, I've got like food costs have gone up. And so consequently, besides the fact that their bags are covered and they have like okay enough shoes to be okay. Well, my kid, one of them has new shoes, one of them doesn't. Like my kids need supplies. And it's like, I don't have the money for that right now. Raven was asking, when are you going to buy me supplies? Well, we got to get you in school first because we moved. And consequently, that's been an issue because they're in high school, whereas Tobias is in the same school. He didn't have to change schools. So, yay. Such fun. That's when love the crossover with the Supernatural and would love to see if bring. What is do you know that one?
Huh?
What's Anita Blake?
Anita Blake is actually a series that was an inspiration to Jim Butcher when he was writing the Dresden Files. It's Anita Blake Vampire Hunter. It's another urban fantasy. I've never read it, but it was one of the book series that his writing instructor encouraged him to copy when he wanted to write epic fantasy, like Lord of the Rings type stuff. And he was like, no, he goes, I don't want to write dust-covered drivel. I want to write epics. And the teacher was like, just try it. And he's like, fine. And brought back his first draft of Stormfront at the end of that class, which he originally named Semi-Automagic, which I think is a wonderful title. Semi-Automagic is awesome. But anyways, Anita Blake Vampire Hunter was an inspiration series, or at least an example series to him of what the instructor thought he was capable of.
There's we're not going to continue talking about Dresden. But yes, we will come back to Dresden, and there's a whole slew of things that we want to do. Like the list of things that me and Chris want to do with the character is very long, but it's just simply on hold. Okay. But no more tonight about that character. And no more about Constantine for the same reason. We're just setting them to the. Oh no. I gotta mute your screen audio. Not Chris pulling up copyrighted sounds. I don't think you guys could hear that unless it was through my screen, but there we go. Oh, yeah, we should be fine. I can't hear you now. Why can't I hear you?
Because I muted my microphone so it wouldn't be heard.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was watching the stretching scene to see how it ended, and I still haven't seen how the stretching scene ended, and I want to make sure that I don't mischaracterize it.
Hey, who here has seen Fantastic Four?
Has anyone seen Fantastic Four?
Neither Chris nor I want to go to the theater and spend money on it.
Because what I've seen does not have me excited.
And what I know about what I know about Richard Reed and what happens in the movie just ruined the whole experience of me even going to watch it. I'm like, they got one character right to get the other one wrong.
Yeah, that I'm seeing a lot of reviews saying it's good, and all the clips, the new one, Darkfire Cat, the new one that's out now, and I am. There's been some spoiler videos out, and one of them is just it doesn't look good, and where
You know what sucks? I own the first Mr. Nobody film, and I have not watched it because
what is Mr. Nobody?
You've never seen Mr. Nobody?
I have no clue what that is.
It's a action flick with the guy who played that lawyer that's really famous. Sal, I think.
Huh?
I would just look at John needs to be fine.
Mr. Nobody.
Oh, Better Call Saul. That's the guy who played Better Call Saul plays in it. And,
Jared Leto's in it.
And the guy got like from the first movie to the second one, the lead actor got so into doing the stunts and martial arts from the first one that he kept doing it, that by the second one he was in better shape, he knew how to fight better, and so the second one is apparently even better than the first one, specifically because the actor was like, oh, I found a passion and I like it, so
I don't watch Jared Leto movies because I hate him.
I don't think it's Jared Leto.
Oh, it is. He's the lead actor.
Wrong. I am looking at the wrong film. We're looking at the wrong film. Nobody. You. It's just called Nobody. Nobody.
Oh.
I was like, Jared Leto, what are you talking about? He's not in that, is he? Bob Odenkirk.
Okay, that's way different.
Yeah, so Bob Odenkirk got so into like the stunts from the first movie, doing the martial arts and everything, he started to study martial arts and continue that. And then when he got told that there's going to be a second one, they brought him back in, and the choreographers were like gushing over the fact that like this guy kept learning and kept in shape. So he's actually in better shape now than he was in the first one.
So
and he has
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Is this Sakamoto Days the American version?
Technically, the first movie came out before Sakamoto Days. So technically speaking, Sakamoto Days.
Before the manga started?
When did the manga start?
I don't know. November 21st, 2020. And Nobody came out in 2021.
I bet you anything, because of how long it takes for a movie to be made and everything. The movie, like, it just was good timing, is all it was.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, because those action movies take a while to be filmed, and then they had to have a script. So I guarantee you that Nobody came, technically speaking, before the manga did. But yeah, it's kind of like that. I have not seen the new Naked Gun, and I don't want to.
I have heard that it's fantastic.
No, I've heard that. I just don't want to watch it. I like the original Naked Gun, that type of comedy. I don't mind. The scenes that I have seen from the new one make the movie look so stupid that I'm not going to spend money in the theaters to watch it. Now, that doesn't mean I won't like it. I want to say that before I continue. Doesn't mean I won't like it or want to watch it. But a lot of times, those type of movies, I like to be able to pause when I get annoyed or I'm just not liking a scene. I like to pause it and walk away for a moment, and then I'll be able to come back, sit down, and watch it. I can't do that if I pay, $20, $10, whatever it winds up being to go see a film in the theater. I got to sit there and deal with the stuff I'm not enjoying. By the way, from start to finish, K-pop Demon Hunters, you enjoyed? Yes or no? Or did you take a while to get into it?
It took about 4 minutes,
Not even.
and then I was into it. So I tried watching it alone, and about 2 minutes in, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna hate this," and I turned it off. And then my kid, my youngest, who does not watch movies with me because we don't like the same things, goes, "If you want to watch K-pop Demon Hunters, I will watch it with you. I love that movie." And I'm like, "Okay, let's sit down and watch it." And 4 or 5 minutes in, I was just like, "This is fantastic."
The best part about it is that is exactly what happened to me because I heard about K-pop Demon Hunters. I was like, I don't really feel like watching it, buddy. And Tobias was like, I want to watch it. And I'm like, okay, let's do a movie night. We'll sit down, we'll watch it. And it's about the same time frame because if I'm right, 4 minutes in is like right when they start fighting on the plane.
So many people were dressed up as those characters at GalaxyCon Rally. And so many vendors already had like K-pop Demon Hunter merch that they had made.
So I got a few different things. So Jim, real quick, which one is surprisingly damn good? Because if you mean K-pop Demon Hunters, there wasn't a surprise. People apparently there was 30 songs that were supposed to be in it. Like they spent 9 years on it. They knew it was going to be good. They had to cut so much material out that there's no issue for a number 2. And it'll be out much faster than 9 years. Because again, the way you get something approved and then start working on it, change design, they have all that shit done. They know all the designs now. They have rigged models for everything. It's going to take like a fraction of the time to make the second one from the first one now. And it got approved for a number 2 so quickly, I guarantee you they didn't get rid of any of those source files. But Timothy, I don't know. Timothy asked a question. I wonder if Villain Part does a count for video games because villains are less easy. So I've done some video game calls. Here's the challenge. Whenever, and this has been for both of us, if only one of us knows the topic, we have to know the topic really well for it to pop off. And even when we do, it's usually one-offs because like we may have another spin-off idea, but if the other person doesn't have any idea what the fuck it is, it's like hitting a wall. Right? So like unless we're doing a versus video and the other person at least knows the other topic, it goes nowhere. So if you're doing just something about Titan Age 2 game, and it's just in that universe, I can't bring Chris in, and I wouldn't be able to do it myself, but let's say assuming that he did, I wouldn't be able to bring Chris into it because he doesn't know the game. That could be the same thing to be said about a lot of different things, though. There's a lot of media that I don't know, a lot of media that Chris doesn't know, that the other one does. And so it becomes really difficult to be like, hey, I want to bring you in on this. I think this would be really good. Well, I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand the context. I don't know how I'm supposed to act. I don't understand the character. I can kind of do this, but like, it's not good. And the video, in all honesty, the videos that are made like that, it's worse than a coin toss. About 60 to 70% of the time, the video is just not done very well. When working on Stitch as a good example, one of the reasons why Stitch is not going to universes that are so far out of the realm of stuff that I don't know is because I have to do a lot of heavy lifting on a lot of different things when it comes to my writing of it to make sure that Chris has context. So if I put it in a world, we got, did you mute me?
No.
Okay.
I had myself muted because I finally found the end of the clip, so I know what happens.
What happened, by the way?
Well, okay. Is everyone here okay?
Warning.
Is everyone here okay with spoilers for part of the new Fantastic Four movie?
I mean, you can type it to me if they're not. I got distracted from the conversation I was having.
Just making sure no one has an issue with it.
We got a lot of go-aheads.
There's even a single no. So Galactus is stretching him, and gets him like this far across his body, which is like
barely
30 feet. 30 feet, maybe. And as he starts to stretch and tear and stuff, Mr. Fire Guy, what the hell is this? Johnny Blaze, is that his name?
Yeah, Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze and the Thing show up and punch Galactus in the face, and he drops Mr. Fantastic, who like flutters to the ground like an elongated ribbon.
That's
funny. It makes me even less interested in seeing it. But he's able to get back to his normal self, and all these people online are saying that it's because it's Johnny Storm, yeah. It's early in his superheroing career, and he hasn't had the time to practice stretching out like the one from the comics.
No, because that's bullshit. Because it's an automatic thing with him.
I know, but this apparently takes place in the 60s too. And here's my other question: did they just retcon a huge, ridiculous amount of the entire MCU by having fucking Galactus and the Kid Richards, whatever the kid's name is, the monumentally universally powerful kid?
I'm about to give everyone a spoiler here for the kid. The kid has the power to make realities.
Yeah. And everyone who knows the comics knows that. But did they just retcon the MCU?
No, technically speaking, with the way it works, and this is a lot of this is more theory talk right now. Is they think that the current MC universe is because of the kid creating the universe the way it is now, because of this event. So what happened here and the events of MCU are all because one little child tried to save it. That's the current theory. And if you go by the comics, that would make sense.
So then why make the movie at all? If the whole point of the movie is to say these things happened and then they unhappened, why are we fucking watching it anyways? Excuse my language.
So it's more like hey, before all this took place, this thing took place. And the reason all this took place was because this little child tried to save it and did this and created this pocket universe. And it's stupid.
I think it's more like they said, hey, you know what we can do? We can make a movie we don't need to make, and people will pay us money for it. Let's do that.
It was more along the lines of they have to, according to their... Here's a fun fact about Hollywood that I absolutely hate. They have to make a certain amount of movies, a certain amount of time, in order to retain ownership of the IP.
Catherine McDaniel.
Spider-Man every few years, and why we get...
It is not a merch shirt yet. I actually have a brand new design for it that I will show you. Because this one goes all the way down to the bottom of the shirt. Which, if you don't want this design, I can make this.
Of that than him.
I can make this and put it on the site. But the
I made a traumatic version of the cow goes moo that Chris was like, I can't justify making that. You go ahead and make that, and then it's done really well.
Here,
I'm more guilty.
here's the version. Here's the version that I designed. The new version.
Levi Markin, I agree. It sucks that like Hollywood goes, we have to retain these rights, so let's continue to make a movie even if it's crappy. So the reason why we get so many Spider-Man movies, live action in particular, is specifically because they have to do that in order to maintain the rights. There's contractual obligations, and they have to so many years make a movie and produce it. Even if it's a crappy ass movie, they're maintaining their merchandising rights. They're maintaining the IP, so on and so forth, so that no one could ever have it. The same thing is said about Fantastic Four. That's why we keep getting the Fantastic Four. And if they lapse it, which has happened with some movies, they lose the rights to be able to produce those movies without paying a huge chunk of change to do that. I like that design better. I think you could even up the design a little bit, to be honest. I think you could change things a little bit, like you give the good a different font and stuff. But I like that design by itself too.
Oh, we could totally do this. Hold on a second here.
Chris, you know, by the way, both me and Chris are aware that we have ADHD, and Chris is working on a script, and we keep getting off on tangents. And both of us know that we need to have like there's a bunch of stuff that we need to do. I need to show you the other two videos that I have that I haven't.
No, I think it looks better when it's all in the same font.
I'm good with either one. I don't mind.
So, to answer that question, where was that? Spaceballs, they can't come after you for the quote. There's tons of shirts out there that just say "I am inevitable," for example.
So that's not entirely accurate. I need to correct that. There have been people who have gone like, and this is key here. It's if they've trademarked the quote. And what happens a lot of times is that the movies will make something that's quotable, and they won't think to trademark it, and it'll go to the theaters. It'll hit the theaters, and with days, people have already made merch, and they lose the ability to trademark that quote. But there have been times, movies, games, TVs, where they go, let's trademark this quote just in case. I can't remember any offhand. I only know that people have been sued. There's a thing. The issue is that you're not supposed to be able to trademark specific words, but you can trademark a character who has said something and trademark it like that. For instance, this is one where it took me a little bit. Sorry. The word hobbits. It's a word. I would like to point this out. The word hobbits is trademarked. We cannot have anything that says hobbits. The people who own Lord of the Rings trademarked it because it was created by that. And so it's a name and it's trademarked. And you can't make anything that says the word hobbits in it. Otherwise, you risk having them send you a cease and desist and going after you for the money that you made off of it.
Okay, is that easier to read?
On a black shirt, yeah. But turn that shirt to, let's say, blue or white.
We have to make multiple versions of it.
You'd have
or, hold on, I can do this then.
And you can't see it on there, but when you change the shirt to white, but then your evil and good don't have a background. So give them a background.
Their background is white, so this needs to be changed to a dark gray. But dark gray doesn't look good. Black doesn't look good either.
But they can't trademark Shirefolk. Yeah.
I can remake this and compress it more up, actually.
That's why all your fantasy has halflings and not hobbits. That's right. But here's the thing, and I think it's 5 or 10 years, something like that. So something that I'll be able to live to see. Hopefully, they lose the trademark for it. It goes into public domain, and then everyone will be able to use hobbits. When does hobbits? Here it is. 2032. Oh my god, I feel old now. 7 years. 7 more years, and the word hobbits will be officially public domain. In fact, that would put his entire work into the public domain. The Hobbit, in particular, his first book, was published in 1937. It's going to, and the reason why you can use the word Hobbit at that point, in 2032, The Hobbit will go into public domain. All of his works, every single one of them, will enter public domain on January 1st, 2044. We are going to see, and again, it's his books, not what Disney or Fox or whoever owns the rights to the Lord of the Rings will be in public domain. No, again, it is different based on when things were published. So all of them will be 2044, but The Hobbit itself specifically, which is still part of that world, it creates the world, will be public domain. Yeah, it'll be like Winnie the Pooh stuff and Steamboat Willie. That particular version will become public domain. And let's face it, here's the problem with and one of the reasons why the movie studios usually make changes. The 3 movies that followed the books almost word for word, scene for scene? That's not going to be good for them. We're working on that now, actually.
Yep. So, what do y'all think about that instead?
I kind of like the evil and good being larger. But you could have alternating sizes of that text. Like evil and good being a little bit larger than the will always because is, and then having triumph and dumb being the largest ones. Part of me also likes when text is like some text is to the side, diagonal and whatnot. When it makes sense, mind you. Well, that's the reason, Mark, why I was saying that, Mithril exists. So that's a regular material that can't be copyrighted because that's an actual rock and material in real life.
Mithril? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not a real metal.
No, I didn't say it was metal.
It's not a real thing. It doesn't actually exist. It was created by J.R.R. Tolkien.
I know it's not copyright. I could have swore. So the concept of mithril, a fictional metal, is not copyrighted. It is trademarked, though, in connection with certain goods and services primarily related to the Lord of the Rings franchise. You can still use the concept of a strong light metal. I could have swore it was. Where did I hear that? I wonder if that's why. I watch a lot of not like Forged in Fire, but a lot of YouTube stuff, as well as like documentaries and whatnot. And the sucky thing is the brain will get confused. Aluminum or titanium would be the real world equivalent of mithril. And so I was like scrolling through. I could have swore I remember, and that's what it was. It was the comparison between them and tests that have been done as to figure out what could have been the real world thing. Not that it is. My bad. I apologize. Thank you, Chris. Which is why you see it mithril, etc., etc. Final Fantasy uses it, yeah. Probably. Right? Hubby is allergic to real world mithril. Titanium or aluminum. Aluminum would suck to be allergic to because of how much stuff it's in. But there is an actual allergy for that. So Chris, you watched the Predator skit. I think this is the
Naruto one.
Did you just say you're fighting
Yeah.
Nords? Because if you're
Yeah, here it is. Here is the Predators versus Scarecrow skit. Which at this point, like I did the Predator ones, I did the Predator versus Naruto, and then I did this one, and you can tell that I got back into it a little bit easier.
I'm sorry, did you just say you're fighting Chuck Norris? Because if you're fighting Chuck Norris, ain't nobody going to be able to save you. And I don't even want to have this conversation. Okay, arguably, Superman would probably be better than Chuck Norris. But are you saying this turned into Chuck Norris, or you're fighting both? Because your situation just compounded to Baldman's back? Which Baldman? What the hell is going on? Why are you even in wherever you're at, fighting whoever you're at? Godzilla? You're fighting Godzilla. Are you in behalf of Tokyo?
Yeah.
This feels very specific. Is there a man in a green sweater, machete right now that you should be running from? Why? Why would you? That's a whole entire thing about Freddy. Arguably, Mr. Rogers on a green bloodstained sweater would be scarier to me than Freddy Krueger would be. And why are you fighting all these people? One?
Wait.
I am so confused. Where were you? Gotham? Well, at least now I know what you're afraid of. You're fighting Scarecrow. It's not real. Let me repeat this so you understand this. You're fighting Scarecrow and you called me. Do you know how pathetic you have to be?
Again, the way I treat them versus you.
Turn on your mask filter. Turn on your mask. Now flush your system.
I love the fact. I love the fact I'm still helping.
Yeah. Scarecrow. The only thing scary about him is how lame of a villain he is 99% of the time. Like, if you really want to make Scarecrow scary, douse the population and walk away. Let the population do it. They'll do way more damage than one guy trying to crowd.
At this point, it's
people
like
on
I could have cut
smoke
that.
machine. Put it in the drinking water. Oh my God, it's so simple. Yeah, I know you would. That's the point. That's what I was saying. Scarecrow. Why did you go fight Scarecrow? You went for Batman. Which Batman?
I love the Witch Batman part, but at the same point, the tangent of how to make Scarecrow a better villain probably doesn't need to be in there. But I think it would drive a lot of people to have the conversation about how to make Scarecrow a better villain. And at that point, anyone who stays would stay. However, I think your criticism is going to be it took too long to figure it out.
That, and you said Freddy Cougar, not Freddy Krueger.
What did I say?
You said Freddy Cougar. You missed the R in Kruger, the first R.
I know these people.
I distinctly heard Freddy Cougar.
Where were you? Gotham? Well, at least now I know what you're afraid of. You're fighting Scarecrow.
It's a fun video. For the most part, it's fun.
Would be scarier to me than Freddy Cougar would be.
No, it's there.
I distinctly heard Cougar again. It's Kruger.
Cougar. I'm gonna leave it in. I hear it. I'm gonna leave it in. No, that's exactly right. Right there. I say keep it in. Yeah. I just realizing it. I'm gonna call it out on the, like if I think there are points, and this is what I'll say. There are points that make sense. Opponents that we as customer service agents would struggle to figure the fuck out.
Yeah.
Scarecrow would be one of those where it takes a while to figure out what the fuck is going on. Because like you're experiencing fear toxin. You're like, and when you're talking about the predators who have so many things that they've lost against, that they're afraid of Superman, they're afraid of Freddy Krueger, like blah 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 blah. It makes sense to be like, why? And then like the divergent of the Godzilla and whatnot makes sense as well because it's a pop culture reference. I would be more scared of arguably this than that.
Yeah.
So it makes sense as to why it took so long. And the only reason I would keep that other half in, even though I agree that it could be cut, is that drives conversation about the character Scarecrow, about how to make him a better villain. And Levi would totally have the tangent of like, blah, 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 while he's talking to an idiot who's currently working on filtering, because I no longer need to help this guy. It's Scarecrow. It's a normal human using toxic gas against a character who wears a mask. that can filter that out. I can go off on a tangent now. I've helped him. Yes, in fact, in our lore, the Predators have won a total of 4 to 5 times. And that's scary because we never actually went back to those storylines. We have a Predator in the TVA that has a Keyblade on them right now. I never went back to that. It was a popular video. It was a really popular video. We were so busy with so many other things. And I didn't know where to take it. And Chris was like, I can't do it. And it's a game thing. I don't know what the fuck. And he hadn't seen TVA at the point too. So he had no idea what to do with it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he had a business trip. So it's bad timing. Go ahead.
I know he's climbing all over you, Galactus. Just keep trying to grab him and tell me when you have him.
Do you want us to have, like, it's me, you, and Napa having this conversation?
Yep.
Okay. So, Spirited, right?
Yep.
Hey, John, how far do you think this Mr. Fantastic will stretch?
It's a movie version, Levi. They have to go big. I bet he stretches around the world or something with no problem.
I don't know if even the version that Spider-Man turned into reinforced webbing could stretch that.
You two want to put money on it? Closest guess gets a day off.
Can we rework that line a little bit?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just the world; it was the whole, like, it was that entire city. But he was holding so many things. So,
but it was just the city. Yeah.
Well, it was just a city, but it was like everybody, every building, every little thing, like going around the world would have been easier for him. So that's where Levi could, instead of saying, I don't know, it'd be like, well, the Spider-Man, instead, it would be like Levi thinking he would be even further. Okay. I was like, well, the Spider-Man version was able to hold an entire city up by threads. I mean, that's much further than just the world. Well, it needs to be reworked. Levi's got to go bigger, and bringing up the Spider-Man thing would be perfect. Oh, just state that. Like, don't forget when Spider-Man turned him into literal webbing, and he was still alive, holding an entire city together and its people. I think he's going to go even further. Oh my God. No, instead of I bet it goes even further, it was like, he'll stretch so far he'll even fit around your mama. Please let it be that. Instead of I bet it goes even further. Yeah, or do that. Why do you got to bring my mom in this? Let Napa go. Why do you got to bring my mama into this? And then John goes, you two want to put money on it? Flashback to the 90s. Yeah. You two want to put money on it? Closest gets a day off.
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's restart.
Okay.
Okay, John's got a headset on. He goes, I know he's climbing all over you, Galactus. Just keep trying to grab him and tell me when you have him.
Hey, John, how far do you think this Mr. Fantastic will stretch?
It's a movie version, Levi. They have to go big. I bet he stretches around the world or something with no problem.
Don't forget when Spider-Man turned him into literal webbing to hold an entire city and its people together. I bet it goes even further. He'll stretch so far, he'll fit around your mama.
Why you gotta bring my mama into this? You two want to put money on it? Closest guess gets a day off? You're on.
So if we average all the different reads limits and take into account what they're probably going to want to do in a movie, I'm going to say about 1.5 miles.
No way. I say 20 miles at least. 1,500 feet. You don't think that's too short? Nope. I think they're going to nerf him. That'd be pretty lame if the live action movie version is the least stretchy of them all.
Yeah, I'm changing mine. 0.5 mile.
Oh, crowd my guess, huh? What was that, Galactus? You got him? Great. Okay, if you have his arms, grab his feet and pull. Actually, hold on one second. Let me get this video feed pulled up. We got a bet here going. We got a bet going here on how far he'll stretch. Do you think Galactus will jump rope with him?
Here we go. I'm really curious about how far what.
I'm fine with this. If that's as far as he goes, I win the bet. He looks like a life-size Stretch Armstrong. He's barely stretching at all.
Is that it? Damn it, Johnny Storm. He wasn't done stretching. Hey, sweetie. I would check the washing machine, but I think it might. All right, I'm back.
So sorry. I changed your line a little bit. He looks like a life-size Stretch Armstrong. He barely stretched at all.
Is that it? Damn it, Johnny Storm. Don't. I would just call him Johnny.
Yeah.
Damn it, Johnny. Don't punch Galactus. Just change it to him. Don't. Yeah, because then it gets confused on who he punched. Don't punch Galactus. He wasn't done stretch. No, well, can we just do damn it, Johnny, and then say he wasn't done stretching? That way we don't give it away what he did. Is that it? Damn it, Johnny. He wasn't done stretching.
Well, there goes the bet. Look at him flutter.
I like that. That's good. I like that. That's a really good one.
Yeah. I agree.
Swinging back. And for everyone here, we also need to work on Stitch. But these are really quick videos.
It is. I hate to say this. We spent too much time messing around.
Jesus, damn it.
I will have time to when I get off work tomorrow. I have from like 5:30 my time until 8:30 my time before I have to get on to my Stephen Lockie.
It's horrible, Steve. Horrible. I love it. You know,
that's going in the script. I'll have a good 3 hours tomorrow. Between like 5:30 and 8:30 until I have my writer's room at 9.
So I have therapy tomorrow, but what I want to do is go over some of the things that I think could have been improved. And I think a lot of it deals with the fact that like you were trying to read the script and do the lines, and there were just some things that you screwed up because you were trying to like pound it out, right?
Yeah.
Which is perfectly reasonable. Both of us have like done that. Especially when we're short on time. But these are really short scripts. Let me show you the last one, which is a Gary one. And for everyone here,
Gary, you're a vampire, and you seem to be.
Pause it, please. Pause it. I made a couple extra lines at the end. Look at him flutter like a leaf on the wind.
Hemmett, Napa, too soon. No, make it. Damn it, Napa. It's always too soon for that. Says the guy that I'm probably gonna wear my Cow Goes Moose shirt. I gotta wear the shirt and have that line, and people go, "That's fucked up."
Yeah.
So I'll make sure to re-record my parts, obviously, and wear that shirt. I'm gonna play this, and oh, here, I gotta. There we go. So this is with Gary the Broke Vampire, everyone. So let's play this and show it off.
Gary, you're a vampire, and you seem to be Gary, as a vampire who seems. Gary, You are a vampire
No,
who's
no.
been canonically. You are a vampire who's been chronically broke most of your immortality. I question why and how. I mean, I have been alive for several thousand years as well, and never stayed that broke. Mostly because I know where to go and hide stuff. Do you not have caches? When you went all in on the crypto scene and you went broke, did you mean you went all in as in like you went to every single cache of area that you had? You forgot where they were? That's I've been there. That's understandable. But you're telling me as a vampire, you haven't figured out how to just use your thrall's money? Gary, they're your thralls. Your money is theirs, and their money is yours. I am glad that you're hip and with the times and they deserve independence. But again, they're your thralls, and your money is theirs, and their money is yours. And if you're broke, they're going to be broke. Oh, how are they supposed to take care of you, Gary, if you can't take care of yourself? This is turning into a therapy session. This is not this is not what I get. I don't get paid to do this, Gary. I get paid for it. I'm trying my best not to just tell you. I remember what I just said.
Okay.
I'm gonna transfer you to Jim.
So I'm going to stop it there. Here's something I've said to Chris before. If you can cut off a good chunk of it and it still works, you should just cut off that chunk. And I'm looking at this, and I can probably cut off like a full minute.
Yeah.
And it would be funnier. I can cut off the point.
Yeah.
I can cut off the point where I'm talking about my immortality and that kind of stuff, and start it right at the thralls, and name it a broke vampire calls in.
Mm-hmm.
And
because
the whole skit.
At this point, only serious fans know who Gary is. So naming him at the start is totally unnecessary.
Yeah. So cutting it down to just where I'm talking about the thralls things, the therapy thing, because that happens in call centers. So it's a funny little call center gag.
Yeah.
And then cutting it off. There's two cutoff points. Like the sun bit, I know what I said. That's a good cutoff point. But also transferring it, I'm going to transfer you to John. Cutting it off right there is also a good cutoff point. And I feel like the cutoff at the John point is more for our fans than it is for that's the better button. The better button would be the sun bit, whereas the fans.
This joke, I think, would go so well. Oh, you do have caches. You didn't keep track. You didn't make a map, something like that.
Where is that? I did not mean to hide that. I was trying to find it so I could star it. There it is.
Oh.
The question is, like, because I cut that bit out, right? Because that bit gets cut out because we started talking about the thralls instead. Yeah. If we don't cut that out and I refilm and restructure it to be a longer video,
that can be at the end where you go, look, we're talking about all this money. Don't you have caches stocked away? You're hundreds of years old. Okay, well then go get one of them. And then something like, how do you not know? Where's the map? In a poker game?
That one would be oh, you know what? Let's say this video does well, right? The next video, because I transferred to you,
yeah,
that's where it goes.
Okay, cool. Works for me. All right.
Can you write that? No, I'll write it down.
It is 11:45 p.m. I have been exhausted all day. My eyes are beginning to fail on me. Like I'm literally sitting here. If I close my eyes, I might start falling asleep. I need to go to bed.
With his money, lost them in a poker game.
Night, everybody. Levi, if you want to stay live, you can. But I
no, I'm gonna kill it here because if you've got 5 minutes, I just want to go over something with you because I don't know how tomorrow's gonna go. Tomorrow's my therapy.
Yeah.
And like I want to get Stitch out.
Yep.
Here soon. So I want to thank you all for joining us. Remember, take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. I wish you all peace of mind, serenity, abiding spirit, and harmony among others. And until the winds blow your sails our way again, have an Acme day.
Have an Acme day is a product of Villain. Having an Acme day will be trying to build your account. Have an Acme day.
And remember, have an Acme day simply means to have the best day you possibly can have. Bye, everyone.